Hey y'all, Home Improvements, JD. Hopefully everybody's having a good Wednesday. Uh, I worked, as you guys can see, there is some spots on my case. So I worked a little bit. If you guys haven't noticed, I have changed the career. There is some pictures out here. Um, on YouTube. So, um, with that being said, I'm just sitting here waiting on my sister to arrive. And then also, I got a new hammer. And then I have my drill. And then I have got a brand new tool. I got one of them measuring tapes that have a turning mechanism. So that's really going to be handy for a big job. And, there's not going to be too many big jobs that you're going to have, but when this career picks up, then you're going to be doing a lot of tear downs, a lot of fixing. Here's the stuff that I'm not going to be able to mess with is plumbing and electrical, but the small things and miscellaneous things, I'll be able to do the repairs on that. Like if it's a doorknob, painting, um, just stuff like that. Um, or if somebody needs help putting a door in, they can contact me and I can go out and help with that as well. Um, or if they're missing a screw in like a door hinge, I can put I can replace that with a different screw if need be. Just like I said, miscellaneous things that I could, fool around with, stuff like that. With this all being said, I'm going to get 3 more shirts with this business name of what I'm going to be doing, and of course with a name and number or anything like that. Most likely, it's probably not going to have a phone number on it. Um, just like a picture of a house and the name or whatever. But I may put it like a phone number on the bottom or I don't know how it's all gonna go, but I'm just gonna have like maybe I can do the logo like on the front and it can be, phone number something. But just to, make sure it's clarified or whatever. Still learning a guitar, still doing some stuff here and there within, the whole process of learning everything else. But, it just takes time. It's just one of them things that you can't just pick up and know how to, play. So, it's just, and it's not like the end of the world if you don't know how to play because you can learn it, watch YouTube videos, and uh, and of course, if there's something that I don't know how to, fix or do, I can look up the guy that I always watch and just go from there. Of course, with this, that was thunder. But of course, with this type of business, you're not going to be able to, cope with a whole lot and stuff like that. But of course, tomorrow about 8 o'clock, I'll be on here. I know I was late tonight, getting on here, but uh, I forgot I had said Wednesday nights at about 7:30 that I was going to be on here, and and it's about that time. So it just copes, and that coping a strategy or whatever. You just got to do what you can within a business, within a career, and just about some of these things that you're working with ain't gonna be easy or anything like that, or easy to cope with. You might know some of these things, but some things you may not know, like math, like reading a tape measure. You may not know um, what length something might be, or something like that, or something or other than that. You're just not going to be able to pick up in the world of what you're going to be doing, or what you know little projects here and there that you're going to want to work on or rebuild or whatever, something across them lines you're going to want to possibly rebuild or something. But small projects or something you can probably work with, and that type of project. Any other project. So of course you got the small project and stuff. So, and you're gonna build up a business. You're not gonna have like an easy one of the businesses where, because everything is gonna be not even that easy. So everything's gonna be not even a easy link. Um, just little projects here and there you might be able to cope with or something, but it's not all gonna be the easy length. And you want those lengths to be easy or something, but a lot of these lengths are not going to be that easy, of course, of how many lengths you might have within a business career, or something across the line. Something will be easy, and across the line something will not be easy. So you just want to make sure that everything goes the right way, and everything goes the right length. But of course, if you don't have the right length, something across them lines ain't gonna be able to, I think, fit. But you at least will know if something's right and then that right length. Um, so the pictures that I have as of right now within the whole project here that we coped with is kind of right here. So right here is what all we were working on and working with, is all up in that little project. And that's over there at the church that I go to. That's in the fellowship hall. So when you first walk in, you got that, and then the bathroom stall. So that's not like that. That area is before we put a bathroom stall up. So when we go this way, that's what we got there as well. So we got a shower, we got our little thing. Then the bathroom stall, that was no joke putting that in. And just so you know, the guy was in there. He wasn't using the bathroom, but he was drilling a screw into the wall because that had to go into the wall. So let me see. I gotta go through my messages because I sent my family some pictures of what it looked like. And this guy here, he was just drilling um, a screw into the wall. So that's what it looks like now as well. That's just a bathroom stall and everything like that. So it is the job actually came out good. There's still more to do. We got to do some more trim, more more baseboards, and hopefully that we can get done Friday. Hopefully we'll get that all done Friday. So hopefully, things like that should be good and well. And like I did, I get a lot of this on my phone case, all in three little spots there and there where it plugs in. And of course on that side there too. And the other side right there. And then of course I get it on my clothes. Um, my chair, of course, every time I sit down. Um, and then of course the little spots there on the shirt as well. And I got it on the back of my shirt. I might have leaned up against uh, the other side of the wall, but it is on the back of the shirt. It is right there. And then, of course, on my pants there and there. And then on the pant leg. So, of course, you're going to get dirty when you work on stuff and do a whole lot of stuff. But, of course, it'll be there. And of course, you can probably get the stuff off no matter how hard you try. Oh, look at that. We're getting some rain. But yeah, just right there as well. Now when you talk on the phone, boom, there. But it's a work phone now, so and I got different cases, so I can change this one without a problem. But it's easy, and you're not going to have those easy jobs a lot. You're going to have some that you're probably not going to even know what to do with. And of course, if you guys haven't seen this already, I didn't even need to use it yesterday or the day before, Monday, but at least I have it, and I do take it. So, got a little Craftsman drill with a clip. So I can carry it around. I got the little miscellaneous things, and then of course I got a battery that has a thing there. So when you press that button, it tells you how much of a charge you got. And I have used it before. And you got a little battery charger. You got all kinds of miscellaneous things in there. You got your bits and screws. So that's easy. And you got every little thing there. So zip that back up. And then the other tool I got, if you guys ain't seen it already, I showed it multiple times on the channel. But I have a level right there. And then I got a pry bar right here. That's how, check that out. That's a pry bar. That's how big and long of a pry bar I got right there. Heavy duty, best tool ever that you'll probably ever find. And then in this bag, I got a really good tool. It's old school, but I'll show you that in a little bit. Got a screwdriver. You'll need one of them. Handyman gloves. Hammer. Measuring tape. A little Harbor Freight. I doubt I would ever do this, but I got a headlamp just in case I work at night. And then a little bit of an old school tape, which is right here. So this end here, if you guys don't know, hooks onto something. And then what you'll do is you pull back, and then you might ask how you get it to wind back up. You take it by that, and you just get it like that. So and then carpenter's pencil. And then not only that did I get paint on that, but I got it on my work case as well for my phone. And then of course, if you do handyman work, you got a little pocket razor knife. So that was easy. Nothing miscellaneous. A lot of times I'll wear a little do-rag on my head as well as my pencil. And then I got a ball cap that I'll normally wear. And then I'm going to order like 3 more ball caps with 3 more shirts. And they're not going to have, like I said, a logo and all that. They're just regular old hats that I'll wear when I'm working. So, my work boots got some paint on the bottom of the heel, and then right there, little spots as well. So, yeah, nothing too too. But if you guys were to look, I do have a photo of what we're working on as well, on the YouTube. But this is going to be the new career. Nothing too shabby. I'm going to save up to get some saws, table saws, stuff like that, and some other tools. So, but like I say, you want to start out slow and then build your business up. So, so you just want to do that, do what you can, but also, like I said, start the business, work your business up. Start out small, nothing, but then when you're doing the business as well, you're doing nothing. Look, when you work, you're working for yourself. You're working for your, for whoever you're gonna have customers that are gonna be, a certain way, where they're gonna want something done professionally and not, quick. But and of course, when you do what I do, you're gonna get paid the big bucks. So you're probably going to be getting paid like 100 and something money and stuff like that. And I do have a little bit of money in the wallet, and you know, and if I do have a really good customer and they have like Cash App or whatever, I'm going to take Cash App and I'm going to pay cash in hand. It's how I'm going to run my business, is a little bit by Cash App and a little bit of cash in hand. So we're just going to do that. And if YouTube finally decides to pay me or whatever, because I'm close to 100 and something subscribers, we're going to celebrate on that. And hopefully, if YouTube's going to pay me, they can pay me on Cash App. I can tell them, hey, put it on my cake sheet. But it is what it is. And like I said, hopefully Wednesdays is good for you. And I will see you back at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, and hopefully everybody has a good work week. I know I will, and I always do. And I appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned. Love Jesus. He always loves us, always will. Stay in church, stay out of trouble. See y'all.